For many fans, LEGO Star Wars feels more overpriced than it's ever been, leading to many concerns about the theme's affordability, and even if it is affordable to you, whether or not it's even worth the money. This buildable Ewok is $130, a Snowspeeder $55, a Battle Pack $45. Things have clearly gotten out of hand. And with all that pricing craziness in mind, I think a lot of fans have been looking forward to the 2025 Walmart and LEGO multi-pack. It's the 5th year that they'll have partnered up to offer a set like this, and historically they have offered some incredible value compared to that original retail price, ranging from 35 to 45% off, just some insane deals. But the 2025 version isn't quite going to be the same. And then there's like the catch of all catches. They did something nobody could have foreseen, releasing a multi-pack of a couple of the new summer sets plus a poly bag on Amazon. And so in this video, we got to break down these two 2025 multi-packs to see if they're actually worth it or if LEGO's crazy pricing has now extended to its multi-packs. Because like I said, historically, they've offered a great value, but it might not be the same this year. Starting with the Walmart set, it is marketed as a 3-in-1 adventure gift set, and it does make for a great gift set. It is a perfect little buy for some kids for Christmas if you wanted to get 3 sets in one and separate them out and give them all to different kids, or of course, if you wanted to keep it all packaged as is and give it to one kid. Like, anything works there. It's a fantastic buy for that reason, in my opinion. You get 3 sets, 9 minifigs, and 5 droids. Like, the playability possibilities are fairly endless here. Its official name is Star Wars The Clone Wars and Mandalorian gift set, which is pretty fitting given what is included here. You've got 423 pieces, and the retail price all combined would be $63 normally, but Walmart is actually selling this for just $45. That's $18 off, or 28.6% off, which is really good actually. Like, most of these sets you can normally find for about 20% off. I think the Rex's Y-Wing has been close to 50% off, but I mean, it's a really great deal still at nearly 30% off. I mean, anything 30% off for LEGO Star Wars is going to be good. Well, maybe not anything nowadays, since they raised the prices so much. But I did notice one thing as a hardcore LEGO Star Wars fan that I found very odd on the box. So basically every time LEGO puts out sets, like, their minifigs come at the same exact angle for their imagery, but the Captain Rex, for whatever reason, LEGO doesn't have a render that's in that same angle, so he's at an off angle compared to the rest of the figures. It's just a very odd packaging quirk because they're usually very consistent with that. But anyway, on the box, you've got the Clone Trooper and Battle Droid Battle Pack on Christophsis there. You've got Captain Rex and his Y-Wing from the Bad Batch, technically, I suppose. And then from the Mandalorian Season 3, you've got the Imperial Super Commandos versus the Night Owls, I think. As far as multi-pack boxes go, it is fairly standard here on the front. Then on the back of the box, you've got the 3 main boxes for the sets we're going to find inside, plus a little tagline to build your alliance in a galactic battle, and then like the background is from the Mandalorian. So that's kind of everything for the packaging. Let's open it up. So sometimes these multi-packs will have like a little bit of extra cardboard inside, but I don't think that's going to be the case with this one given how small it is. So first out, we've got the Clone and Droid Battle Pack. Put that off to the side. Then we've got our Mandalore Battle Pack and our Captain Rex's Y-Wing. And actually, there is something about these boxes that you would probably never noticed, but I did. So at some point over the summer, LEGO finally made the change for LEGO Star Wars to increase the quality of the boxes. I know that's a crazy thing to say. They actually made quality better for something. That doesn't usually happen that way. But if you actually hold these boxes in hand, this is the old version of the box, it's way more flimsy than the newer version. Maybe looking at the side, you can just see the thickness of the cardboard there. It is clearly much thicker on this newer version, and so you get a much more firm box, and you really don't have to worry about it getting damaged nearly as much as you did with these older ones. I'll show you the same deal with the Mandalorian one. Old is on the left, new is on the right. You can see it's kind of paper thin on the old ones, and then the new ones are much thicker. These ones are just much easier to bend and get damaged during shipping or while on the shelf being handled by customers, and so that is a change that happened over the summer, and I'm very happy to see it in this 3-in-1 pack. It's just one of those subtle things that makes the experience better as a fan. So, yo, big props to LEGO for that. Rare. Rare W. So anyway, I feel like I don't need to re-review these sets. If you want to check out my reviews of them on YouTube, they exist. But, I mean, they're the sets that you've seen. Nothing crazy. All of their pros and cons are still going to be here. So I do think this is a good pickup for $45. It's not the craziest deal you'll ever get on a LEGO Star Wars set, but you're definitely getting a fair value here. Now, with comparison being the Thief of Joy, we're going to compare this to the previous 4 3-in-1 packs from Walmart and Lego, and you can see that it is by far the worst deal that they have offered, only giving you 28.6% off the original retail compared to the previous minimum of 35.7% off the original retail price. I just thought this one would be a little bit cheaper than $45. Perhaps it's because it has so many minifigs and droids compared to other sets, but then again, the Galactic Adventures pack from 2022 had 9 minifigures and a ton more like a bunch of larger builds, right? So does that make up for 5 droids and the set cost $5 more and had a 16% better discount? Like, I don't think so. So this is by far the worst discount that they have offered, but it's still a good discount and it's still one worth picking up. It's just worth noting that it's not as good as the others. Perhaps a more generous point of view on this set is to show it side by side with the new $45 Battle Pack, and you can see just how overpriced LEGO Star Wars has gotten for summer of 2025. So it feels like God's gift compared to the value of that, and certainly compared to what Amazon is doing with its 2-in-1 epic battle set, which is technically a 3-in-1, but don't even get me started on that. So while the Walmart multi-packs have focused on sets that are retiring or have been out for at least a year, this Amazon 2-in-1 set, 3-in-1 set, has sets that have just come out for summer of 2025. I mean, this was released the day the other sets were released. So does that prove these sets are overpriced because these are going to be 30% off like the Walmart 3-in-1s? No, because they're selling this for the full retail price of these two sets. They're serious when they say this is a bonus Millennium Falcon because it is the only bonus. And you know what's even crazier? This set, on the first day that it was available, was $195. So you got a $10 discount plus the free Falcon, so really a $15 discount. And then the day after, Amazon raised the price to $205, making it the full retail price of both of these sets. Amazon, what are we doing? I mean, I thought, it's just a nice little discount, better than nothing, literally, and then they took away the better than nothing discount, and now it's just nothing. I guess it's the Falcon. That's your bonus, literally. So perhaps Amazon will put this one on deeper discount at some point in its lifespan, but there is another example of a set like this. It's the other multi-pack that we've seen from LEGO Star Wars in the last 5 years that wasn't a Walmart exclusive, and this one actually was sold at Kohl's, and it was the full retail price. Now, Kohl's might not be as aggressive as Amazon is with their sales, and maybe that's why this one never went on discount from what I remember, but it was $48 from the day it released. I bought it for $48, and this one seems like it could follow that same pattern where it just is that full retail price, and there's really no reason to buy it other than that you're getting that extra cool, unique packaging on the outside, and of course, that bonus Millennium Falcon. So if you were holding out hope that this 2-in-1 MTT 327 set would get a, let's say, 30% discount to drop down to $140 like it would if it were being sold at Walmart, I wouldn't be so sure given the only other historical example. Now, this is different. It's Amazon, not Kohl's, and therefore could see a different result down the line, but I don't know. I wouldn't bet on it. Anyway, as it is, you shouldn't be buying this for $205. Like, if a free Millennium Falcon is getting you to buy this, you are the sucker of all suckers. Hey, it's me. I bought it. How you doing? Like, I'd certainly want to buy more at 140, but 205 just not doing it, especially after it was 195 a few days ago, and then they increased the price. Flipping it over, you see the side of the box, and then on the back of the box, it says assemble your army instead of the, classic build your army from the battle packs. You've got the features on the MTT, as well as another call out to the fact that the Millennium Falcon is a bonus gift. And I think the fact that they call that out twice on the box is very telling that this set is not meant to be discounted. It is meant to have this as your bonus. It's not intended to be something that is going to see a 30-40% discount like we've seen with some of those Walmart sets, which is probably disappointing for you guys to hear, but that is just my, I suppose I get paid to do this, professional opinion. So I'm just going to go ahead and open this one up really quick just to show you what you're going to get inside, how it's packaged, because I'm actually kind of curious with the poly bag inside, how they did it. This is really, okay, I've been waiting to get one of these boxes. A lot of air in this poly bag, a lot of air. Wow, that's crazy. First things first, the printing on my new box on the right is so much better. I mean, look at that spider droid, how dark it is on the box on the left versus the right. I had to Photoshop this a lot for the thumbnail to get it to look brighter, but maybe I could redo it now that I have this. I don't know, probably not worth it. I think the MTT box is more interesting, not in that it looks any different externally, it's just the way that it's attached to itself or closed off. You've got many tape seals around the edge of this version from the 3-in-1, and the version that I got just has the flaps on the side. Let me open this and I'll show you why it's so interesting to me, because this is just one of the standard boxes that most people are probably used to, at least in America. And the entire front part of this box just lifts away. It's completely separate from the back side of the box, and then you can use this as kind of a container or a section to build in if you want, or I guess you could use both to build in. And then maybe an even cooler part about these boxes is that they are made to simply be flattened. So this back part flattens down like this, and it's hard to get to stay flat, so I don't really see a huge benefit there actually. And then this part I think is also supposed to be flattened, but then it's gonna make the sides look bad maybe? I'm not sure. I don't know, maybe you need to put a very heavy weighted object on here, because it clearly is not just gonna stay down with a normal like push and fold, so it might take some time to get it to conform, but like you'd think you could flatten it better, but I feel like it almost takes up more space now. Oh, it definitely does. It's now thicker now that I've taken it out and tried to flatten it. It doesn't flatten very well. Okay, well, I thought that was the idea. It doesn't work as well as I'd hoped. These definitely flatten a lot better than those if you just cut the tape seals on both sides. Like, you're going to have no problem making that flat. This seems like a real piece of work over here to get to stay flat. So I don't know. I just thought I'd try it out because I hadn't got one of these boxes yet. There's one more little topic I got to discuss that everyone brings up every year. These are US only. They're not available in Europe, and that's just the way it is. I don't really, kind of sucks if you're in Europe and you wanted something like this. It's just not an offer that is available to you. The most rational take that I've basically seen and have for it is that Walmart is just such a force that they are able to get Lego to give them these exclusively and let them do those types of deals. Obviously, Amazon a bit different, so it is confusing to me maybe if this one is not available elsewhere on Amazon, but Walmart certainly is a huge retailer in America and probably does more sales than a lot of other chains combined elsewhere. Anyway, now you know everything you wanted to know, and perhaps some things you didn't want to know about these new Lego Star Wars multi-packs. I certainly feel like the waters have gotten a bit muddy here with the discount not being as good, with Amazon coming into the fray. Like, Amazon more than Kohl's has a chance to get a multi-pack every year, but it's also weird that they don't put their logo on it like Walmart puts their logo on theirs. So very interesting stuff going on there, I would say. And like, obviously the free gift thing too is a bit weird. Like, I just don't know how this is going to play out in the future. Like, will this one get discounted further than its current $205 price? Like, there's a lot of questions to be answered that this video unfortunately just doesn't have the answer to, because I'm making it when these came out, not when the dust has settled. So we'll see what happens over the next few months. I think it'll be interesting. Keep your eye on these sets, especially the MTT version around Black Friday on Amazon. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hit me with a like if you did. Let me know your thoughts on these in the comments section below, and you can check out more Lego Star Wars content on the end screen now. See ya.